Well, hello all. Bill Shaka here. Greetings. Welcome to Tamarindo, Costa Rica. Welcome to my home. I'm going to make kind of a disclaimer here. These 5-minute motivators, as you may have heard in the past, are one-take wonders, so there's not a lot of production that goes into them. I say that because the magpies are being very assertive. They're screaming, and the cats are also being kind of assertive because I guess they want to eat a magpie. Anyway, just so you know, you're going to be hearing these kind of jungle sounds in the background, and it makes sense because we're only about 75 feet away from a jungle. So anyway, keep that in mind as we go through this. Try to roll with some of these sounds, even though they might not be what you would expect in kind of a professional dissemination of information. But if you get used to it, you'll become more flexible. Anyway, I want to talk today about 3 states of business and personal reality. Now, these 3 states are pretty easy to understand, but I think what we have to do is look at ourselves in a psychological mirror to see which states we need to embrace. Here are the 3 states. The first is knowing that we are winning. The second is knowing that we are losing. And the third is not knowing. Now, if I asked you in any specific situation, whether it was business, whether it was personal, whether it had to do with physicality or mentality, if I said, of those 3 states, winning, losing, and not knowing, which would you prefer? Which would you prefer? Look, if you don't say winning, you probably need to go in for some type of specialized help. Everybody wants to win. So the notion of winning is first and foremost. We always want to win. The real question comes up with what's your second choice? Losing, knowing that you're losing, or not knowing? See, we always want to know we're winning. But so many people, if they sniff failure, if they think there might be just a modicum of backward momentum, they'd rather not know. They want to put their head in the sand, kind of like the ostrich. But remember, when you put your head in your sand, when you put your head in the sand, guess which part of you is sticking up? Anyway, the whole notion is this. You want to know you're winning. But if you're not winning, you want to know you're losing. Not knowing is never the answer. You want to know you are losing if you know you're not winning. Now, why? Of course you're going to feel bad. Of course there's going to be emotional distress. Of course you're not going to be happy with that. But that's how you can change the situation. You can change it by knowing that you are not heading in the correct direction. So the idea of not knowing is never a good idea. We have to know we're winning. And if we're not, we have to know we're losing. If we know we're winning, we can determine what behaviors and what actions are leading toward that win. And we can continue to implement and install those actions into our daily repertoire. If we know that we are not winning, we can determine which actions and which behaviors are causing us to deviate from our goal and stop doing those. Does that make sense? Of course there's pain involved with it, but there is less pain involved with knowing that you are doing poorly and changing it than not knowing, because that not knowing will build and build and build, and then finally the situation will implode. It will collapse on itself, and that's the last thing that we want. We have to face situations, both business and personal situations, head on. Know that you're doing well and congratulate yourself. Know that you're doing poorly and kick yourself in the butt. But in both cases, the first case, knowing that you're doing well, continue that process. In the second case, knowing that you're not doing well, determine what needs to be changed and change it. So ladies and gentlemen, you have your work cut out for you. As a matter of fact, so do I. I know I'm going to leave right now, and there's a couple things I want to change. So this is Bill Shaka thanking you for listening to yet another edition of the 5 Minute Motivator, and we will see you again soon. Bye.